But in terms of the Warrington side, they played in a gritty, dogged game last weekend. They had to fight, scrap, tooth and nail to get that 1 point in that 9-8 victory against Castleford Tigers. It's going to be fascinating to see what these two teams are learning, what Steve Price is learning about his side, what his side are learning about one another, and then Hull FC, as we've said, can they learn to string the same performance together for 80 minutes?
Sneed stood in his path, but going to take a bit more than that to stop Ben Murdoch-Masila. Taylor to the rescue. Walker sweeps the pass away to Austin. Austin, a little step and another one, and the line is his! Did he ground that? Is the question surely from Chris Kendall. I think he did. The referee thinks he did.
It's a wonderful step, isn't it? He reaches the ball out. Bill thinks he's scored.
I could be wrong.
Well, does he actually? Now, the referee is in the best position. Although the hand isn't on the ball, the forearm is always in contact. Some part of the arm is always in contact with it. I think that's a try, although it looks a little untidy.
Maybe another way of saying it is that I don't think there's sufficient evidence from what we're seeing to overturn.
We wait the screen, and yes, and Hull pay the price for a sloppy start to this game. If they're going to stop Tom Lynham, and Lynham driving for it against his old club. Boos from his former supporters as Lynham is stopped just short. Is Widdop across the field, waiting for the opportunity. The pass goes behind Austin, but Austin gets the pass away to Ratchford, and Ratchford to Gelling, and Gelling into touch. That's good defence, better defence from Hull.
Josh Griffin, the number 4, talked about him in the first few minutes.
That can scent blood, then they might be in trouble. They could be in trouble here. They will be in trouble here, surely, because Toby King trundling, Tom Lynham finishing.
Oh, that's smart. That's really, really smart from Tom Lynham. What a great finish.
He went for the ground early and just skidded over the whitewash. Toby King set him up, and another Hull error.
And we heard him in front of the Sky cameras last week after the game. We know he's an enigmatic character off the field, but he's got enough rugby smarts on the field to make sure that he's assured his team of well, at least a 10-point lead going into the half-time break.
And the ball with Widdop, and Widdop decides to run it, and Toby King, and King shows the dummy, and King is bundled into touch just, and the referee says it went forwards. King managing to keep the ball in the field of play, but then he was knocked on. But an early threat in the second half from the Warrington Wolves. Darryl Clark, here's Blake Austin. Austin coming back infield, spinning, ballet-like. Here's a Widdop. Widdop keeps the ball alive. Oh, Clark gets the pass away. Tuimavave is away. Tuimavave, and the chaser is Curry. Curry trying to cut him down. Curry will get him and gets the tackle in just. And Ratchford on the follow-up. Manages to defuse the danger, but Warrington still getting back in the defensive line. Here's Griffin now.
It's outstanding from Ben Curry to turn and chase.
Yeah. I'm still debating whether we need Coach Mike, because that would have been very interesting. Here come Warrington.
Now then, what will Toby King do this time after he's been given he'll get the offload away, and Widdop will get the try. That's what he'll do. That's what he should have done first time, maybe. He heard the words of his coach from on high. And there was no kick this time from Toby King. It was a pass.
Right side to left side. Gareth Widdop takes it, gives an early ball to the centre, who passes the ball around the body of Albert Kelly. And he's trailing along, isn't he? Passes the ball, stays in the frame, backs up the centre, and collects a wonderful offload from the centre for a couple of minutes.
And they're carving their way through now. Ratchford turning, looking for an offload, gets it away to Ben Murdoch-Masila, and Murdoch-Masila gets the ball to Gelling, and Gelling, has he got that down, or has he lost it? He's knocked it on, says the referee. Once again, here is Austin. Austin onto Widdop. Widdop, nice ball. Gelling this time, no mistake. Gelling gets the try, Warrington extend their lead, and the small band of Warrington supporters who've gallantly made the journey celebrate.
Naturally an extra man because of the movement of the fullback. And Gelling, well, he'll be disappointed with his last effort near the line. And that one, he'll be very, very pleased with it on his return to first team action.
And now Warrington threaten again, and Murdoch-Masilla has built up a head of steam, and they won't stop him as he thunders in under the posts. And the whole fans are heading for the exits. They've seen enough.
Offload, pass, and then when Big Ben gets this ball, look at him, he knows what's coming. He slides through the gap and accelerates under the H's.
Taylor with the tackle on him, Sneed with a hand in. Here goes Gelling and Austin. Austin, little grubber kick ahead. Ratchford will chase it, and Ratchford dived
He's
for
got
it
this, Bill.
and claimed it. The fans at that end of the ground, the Wire fans, reckon that their man might have got this ball down.
Does Steph Ratchford get a clean put down on that? No, he doesn't. I told you he didn't get that down, Bill.
Well, Albert Kelly can stop digging that hole for himself, because I think at first he thought he'd given up an absolute sitter. Yeah.
Mike Cooper, and Cooper able to offload again. Darryl Clark, little skip, and then Clark just skating up the middle and gets the pass away to Widdop. Widdop sells one dummy, sells two, and gets his second try of the night. And Warrington dominating. Steve Price, a smile of satisfaction on his face.
An offload there from Cooper, and then a little hitch kick. And this is where he's at his absolute best, is Darryl Clark. I really like that adjustment and that step from Gareth Widdop as well. He's taken time to come to hand, hasn't he, Widdop? An awful lot expected of him at the start of the season. Great work from Cooper. That's outstanding from Darryl Clark. He's caused Hull FC problems from the minute he came onto that field. And then eyes up rugby from Gareth Widdop.
Sign of Hull doing much damage, is there?
The damage is being done for Warrington when the ball...
Austin is through. Austin, this time he's got that down without any doubt. He'll get his second of the game. And the Hull fans, those that are still in the ground, make their feelings clear with a chorus of boos.
And gets himself 4, maybe 6 points. Lovely stuff, defensive lines.
Well, Hull, late show of attacking power from them. Griffin gets the pass in, and Buchanan will get in, and they will not be nilled. Angry, annoyed will Warrington be to concede in the final seconds of the game. The hooter has sounded, Sneed's failed with the kick. Warrington were that close to nilling one of their big rivals.
Here's the point as well. Give this some context. The Warrington Wolves weren't great tonight.
Yeah.
They weren't great tonight, and there's plenty for Steve Price's men to work on. It's just they came up against an absolutely abject Hull FC side.